If you want adventure, join the Navy. If you're a boy, it will make you into a man.
Yeah.
And that's what it did for Grandy.
You're watching the Spotlight Network. Starring Hollywood's newsman, Logan Crawford.
They now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford. Streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we celebrate a powerful story of perseverance and military service spanning 2 world wars. We're talking with author Dorothy Williams, and her book is a powerful one. It is called The 10 O'Clock Breeze. She chronicles the incredible life of Grandy, who rose from an orphan to a highly respected chief petty officer over 34 years. Join us as we explore the legacy of duty, honor, and transformation embedded in this compelling piece of literary work. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Dorothy, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Okay, I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have you on the show. This feels so real. Is this a true story?
Oh, yes, definitely true. I got a lot of information from my daddy, his autobiography. Mm-hmm. We are not really Olsons. We are really Rockwells. Mm-hmm. I am related to Norman Rockwell, direct descendant. Okay. Let's see. I didn't get all this information until my mother died in 2015 in Savannah, Fox a Week's funeral home. So I got all this stuff, and I'm like, I am not an Olsen. Grandy was adopted by Antoinette Lydia Dahl Olsen with an E, which means she was from Norway. Now, Esther Morrison was keeping him in Virgil, South Dakota. I've been there. I've taken a picture of the post office where he slept upstairs with her. She loved him as her own child. She had her son. He lives elsewhere. Mm-hmm. So when he was out playing with the boys, there was a woman named Olsen who wanted to adopt him. Grandy did not want to be adopted. He said, "No, I want to be here with you. I had fun with all the boys, and we go fishing." He loved to fish. So she adopted him in 1905. So some father figure convinced him to join the Navy. He joined in 1905. He was on the USS Missouri. That circumnavigated the world, and he shook hands with Teddy Roosevelt. That was part of the Great White Fleet, which I want to get a second Great White Fleet. I've contacted Pete Hegseth, Doug Collins of Georgia, and President Trump. I haven't heard from any of them. I know they're busy. I know they're really busy. I understand that. But I think we need a second Great White Fleet. Why not? Let's show our might. Let's show that we're mighty and we're good. Yeah. I know that Great Britain was the leader in boats and probably maybe even submarines. I don't even know. That they were the mighty ones. But we are the mighty ones too.
Yeah.
And we got to be patriotic. Let's be patriotic. But anyway, Grandy, I never knew he was married before. Mm-hmm. This is when he got off of the USS Missouri, and he was stationed, I do believe, on Henry Street in New York City, in the Bronx. And he had fun going to the plays and all that with the boys, the men. They were men at this time. And he married Julia May Conrad. Now, she was working in New York City, but she was from Plymouth, Pennsylvania. Now, I've got a picture of her and Grandy when they got married in Manhattan. at the courthouse.
Mhm.
So let me see. He wanted to be a submariner, so he went to New London, Connecticut.
Mhm.
So when he got back, Julia said, "Well, you're never here. I don't like being a Navy man's wife." So they divorced in 1920.
Mhm.
So then he was a gunner's mate, or and in the torpedo room with Henry Love. That was the first compartment that took on seawater that breached the batteries. So then all the water that was in the bow, all the water went into other compartments, and all the men's lungs were incapacitated.
Mhm.
So one of the seamen heard sloshing of water against the submarine, and I said, "Captain Cook, Captain Cook." He's buried in Arlington Cemetery. I went to a cemetery too. Great man, smart.
Mhm.
I mean, he had a flair for mathematics. Smart, 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 smart. Hard worker. So he said, "Well, let's get a let's see, get a hacksaw, get a hand drill. Let's see if we can cut through this steel." At this time, I think Grandy was sick, and I think he was maybe throwing up. I mean, he was really sick.
Mhm.
So they so Captain Savvy Cook said, "Can I have help with any men? We got to get out of here. We can survive. We can survive." So they started drilling, and they started with the hacksaw, and they made minimal process. All the men were tired. I mean, they were exhausted. So Captain Savvy Cook said, "I need something white that's not brown from oil or
Mhm.
grease." And John Olson said, "Well, I've got a white shirt. I can
Mhm.
give you a starch white shirt. Use it as a sail." Savvy said, "Great, that's wonderful." So he put the shirt on the steel pole and started waving it back and forth. Well, two ships went by and ignored him.
Mhm.
And Captain Savvy Cook was, "I'm not going to be a fool again. I'm not going to tell the men this anymore. I'm not going to let them go on suffering like this." So the next ship noticed the sail, and that was the Atlantis, Alnthus. They stopped and helped. They could only help by providing water, fresh water. So that helped the men. The next ship that came by was the Gothams. They helped too, but
Mhm.
they had a radio operator that contacted the Navy. They had tools for drilling, and they had two doctors, medical doctors, and they had an infirmary. So they got the men out more dead than alive. I mean, they were bad off. They were all bad off. And I know Grandy and Henry Love of the torpedo room were put into the infirmary. So let me see what else happened. Uh, I do believe they got leave after they got better. So Grandy went back, and he let me see, what else did he do. Here's where I get a little confused about what he did.
Mhm.
Um, can't think.
Well, he
Can't think.
served in the military for 34 years, which is
34 years. Yeah.
amazing, across multiple conflicts. A true American hero. Tell us why you thought it was important to share his story with the world on the pages of this book.
Well, I will say Captain Johnson, he wrote his autobiography on microfiche, but nobody's found it.
Mhm.
A.J. Hill, which I got a lot of information from his book, he was in the Navy, and I think he became a doctor, and he's in Boulder, Colorado. I could never locate him. I was going to get permission from him, but I made sure that I put A.J. Hill, A.J. Hill, A.J. Hill on all of it so I didn't plagiarize.
Mhm.
So um, I'm just
So,
trying to think.
so
Okay.
I guess it's also important to put the work out there because it's important that people realize the significant contributions that Grandy made to this country and its security. And that's your legacy. That's your life. Like you said, that's your family tree, right?
If he had died, I wouldn't be here probably.
Right.
And they could have easily died. Because you read some of the book, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was several submarines in the Britain
Hmm.
and other submarines. But even nuclear submarines are dangerous.
Hmm.
The modern nuclear submarines are dangerous. I asked my husband, I said, Craig, would you ever want to be in submarines? He said, no, no, no. Would you want to be in a
No, I'm
submarine?
a little too claustrophobic for that. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's close. But
Yeah.
food was one of the things they got. They got good
Hmm.
food. And the pay was good too.
Hmm.
I think that's why Grandy decided to do that because he got more money,
Yeah.
more than a sailor on the ship.
Mm. Absolutely. What do you hope readers take away about the sacrifice and dedication of the military in that era?
If you want to venture, join the Navy.
Mhm.
If you're a boy, it will make you into a man.
Yeah,
And that's what it did for Grandy.
yeah,
It made him into a man. Because he was young. And my daddy in Savannah, he said, I want to join the Navy just like you, Daddy.
mm,
So he quit high school and went and joined the Navy.
yeah,
But he reassigned he was enlisted, but he wanted to be a chemical engineer.
mm,
And he loved the University of Alabama. He always talked about, oh, Bear Bryant, Bear Bryant, Bear Bryant, all that kind of stuff.
mm.
So he was called back for the Korean. This is where I'm kind of confused. Is it a Korean conflict or is it a Korean War?
Well, it gets called both. Apparently, war was never officially declared, so it's a conflict. I don't know, but you're
I
right.
know,
It's a
I
little
know.
hazy there, right?
But my brother, see, this is why I talk to my brother. He's older than I am and he knows more. He
Hmm.
said, did you know that our daddy had plastic surgery? I said, no, I didn't. They didn't tell me anything. They told
Amazing.
me nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing. And I'm like, aren't you supposed to tell your children
Yeah.
something? And so anyway, he went to Kid Remain, right?
Hmm.
He went to Kid Remain. That's where he met Nana.
Yeah.
So he met the Cassidy clan.
Mm.
They are the protagonists. No, antagonists. Antagonists. They are the
Hmm.
antagonists. You read when he slammed the door
Yeah. Yeah.
because he wasn't Catholic and uh he wasn't Irish.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
because he do you know who you are? Are you Irish? Are you Catholic? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
And this is Marcellus.
Yeah.
You know something? Did you read in there when they came into my bedroom
Yeah.
and and Aunt Grace goes and Marcellus's wife goes, you know your daddy is selfish. That money belongs to us.
Yeah.
It takes somebody dying when all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I've seen it when I was a registered nurse in Savannah. I saw it happen all the time. They fight over the money,
Oh,
money,
yeah.
money,
Absolutely. They'll
money.
knock over the casket to get the money. That's for sure. Well,
Yeah.
you've done great work on this book. The name of the book is The 10 O'Clock Breeze. It is a must read for anyone interested in naval and military history and
Now
the
the 10 o'clock
purpose.
breeze is true.
It's a
Do you?
true story. It's a true
But
story. And
but
it's,
I want you to feel the 10 o'clock breeze. Do
yeah,
you live near? It helps to live near water. Do you live near water?
I do. I do. Yeah.
Go out at night. It could come between 10 till or 10 after. You will feel the breeze. Make sure that no trees
Mhm.
obstructing your view, but you will feel it.
Yeah.
I felt it. I felt it in Savannah. to Leahy Island and here in Hilton Head.
Yeah.
When I go
Wonderful.
walking at night, I'll say, Craig, what time is it? It's pretty close to 10 o'clock. I feel the breeze. I'm here, I'm sweating. My hair's a mess. I'm not,
Yeah.
I've been walking 6 miles. I said, I need a breeze. I need a breeze. And I lay down and the breeze, it's wonderful. It's
That
really
sounds
wonderful.
great. I will experience it just as soon as I can. Dorothy, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Okay. Good talking to you.
Good talking to you as well. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time.
Can I
on
say
Spotlight.
something?
Yes.
Can I say, you remind me of my daddy. He was
Oh, yeah?
6'5",
Oh, that's funny.
and he's got brown hair.